Hello, friends. It is time. I'm glad y'all are so excited. Oh, Hidden Blade, thank you. 8 months. Wow. Thankfully, none of the DLC has been spoiled for me, so I'm super ready for this. This is completely and utterly new. Okay, I don't really have any like housekeeping to discuss today, like at all. Yes, this is my very first ever run of Mass Effect 3. I only say that it hasn't been spoiled for me yet because we've been at this for so long that people tend to sneak spoilers in, or just, you know, be outright assholes and spoil things. So this, thankfully, has remained unblemished. Thanks, Armchair. And thank you, Jedi Grandmaster Mike. 9 months. Leviathan hype. I will enjoy it. I just enjoy this series, honestly. I had to switch the Patreon live stream with our normal Thursday Mass Effect stream. And we just spent most of our time running around in New World. I adventured off into a new zone to pick some potatoes. We found potatoes and squash and carrots. I was very much having a good time. Oh, Necro. Necro, thank you for always being so incredibly kind and considerate of your community. Oh my god. Oh, we can't sit here and talk Critical Role. I'm gonna get carried away. I'm gonna get super carried away. But yes, we'll take a moment to say, oh my god, season 3 hype. I really need to catch up on Exandria, because I'm only on like the 3rd one. Maybe the 4th. Maybe the 4th. But yeah, Critical Role hype. I can't wait to see what fuckery Sam's gonna pull, what amazing character and amazing accent Laura's gonna pull out. I'm here. They do have it in podcast form, EXU, but I love watching them. I'm just not good at managing my time. I'll sink like ungodly amounts of time into League of Legends and not keep up with the things I should. To be fair, I've been listening to my book on tape while I play, so I can try to at least, you know, keep up with my reading too. And that's no shade to people who want to do the podcast. That's great. We all have to manage our time and our commitments differently. No shade. I just really like to watch them. Okay, yes. Anyway, let's do Leviathan. I just edited Dessia today for that episode. Oh, buddy, this game is so good, and I'm here for good vibes. Leviathan better have some good vibes, and by good I mean happy, because this game is good, even if it is tragic. Tally, sweetheart, dearest, I don't think you need another drink. Especially she's having trouble with her induction port. All right, I'm pretty sure we kept up with everyone. So the only thing we really need to do a baby. Precious, wholesome, tiny bundle of joy. All right. Let's do the thing. I'm that person who always gets really nervous before anything of any sort of importance. So even though it might be a good thing, I'm nervous. Oh, Horizon. Oh, wait! This means we can scan, because we've done Horizon, we can scan. Haha, procrastination. I have found a valid excuse. We still can't scan here though. Okay, but for real though, we do need to scan. Don't worry, I will get to you. Not today, but eventually. There's only like 2 of them I think we need. And some of them already have the little areas uncovered. So it should only take like 5 minutes. We've got 50% assets recovered here. I'm not gonna worry about that quite yet because I don't want to upset the place I need to come back to with the mass relay. We'll do this first. Oh, and of course, I ran my mouth. This one does not have it uncovered. So if I know me, I scanned here first. So don't fucking do this. Ah! Oh no, have I fucked myself? For fuel. Okay. Go. Yes. Fuck you guys. Bye.
Reapers eluded.
Okay. I'm getting better at this, you know, in the last like few hours of the game. All right. There's a little boy way out here. Where would I have started? I would have started over there. So let's try to get down this way. Yes, we've done it. Now let's get the fuck out. 100%, baby. Ah! Oh no, please, sir. Hello. Give me a second to click the buttons. Okay, we're gonna have to go out and come in very stealthy like. No, this way. Cause it's like right here.
Evasion successful.
Okay, we've done it. Where is... There are Reapers here and I can't go here. I don't like that. So is that the last one? Is it Horsehead Nebula? No, Hourglass Nebula. Is that all? I think it might just be. This is the last one. Amazing. Now I gotta find it again. There we go. All right, so we've got 100% here. That's perfect. Oh, 0? Okay. Let's do this one first, and then we'll head over. Is this one uncovered? Ah, balls. No, it's not. There's a lot of planets here. It's hard for me to determine where I would have started. It's just like... Shit, come on. Really? There it is.
Reapers eluded.
You think I can get it? If I'm super fast, I can get it. Okay. Where's the other Reaper? You're there. Yes.
Faster than light jump successful.
Amazing. Okay, this has 0. Okay, but good. We've got 1, it looks like. Xanathu, believed to be a post-garden world. Xanathu has large deposits of calcium carbonate in its sedimentary rocks, indicating that it may once have plate tectonics and even plant life. Its swirling clouds of dust and snow may have occurred more recently and blocked the sun, creating a mass extinction event. Its surface gravity is comfortable and its temperature tolerable by most sapient species. Poor little thing. That sucks. Oh, but that was convenient. This is like the last thing we need, isn't it? Oh, I was like, hello? All right. So leave orbit. Oh! That was it. That was the only one. We've done it. Now we gotta get back. I think I can get there. We should be fine. We're just gonna be really low on fuel. Is there a gas station here? For lack of a better word, fuel station? No. So we'll have to... I mean, we're going back to the Citadel, so we should be fine. See, easy, easy peasy. All right. We gotta meet Dr. Bryson. I don't remember anything, or even if we've received any information about Dr. Bryson. But I do know that we're headed to their lab.
Update the map. Then contact the field teams for a progress report.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Commander Shepard. We've been expecting you. Just a moment. And Hadley, could you gather the Leviathan data for us? Apologies, Commander. The rest of my team is out investigating leads right now. I'm Dr. Garrett Bryson, and this is Task Force Aurora.
What's your assignment?
Our mandate is to investigate legends, rumors, old stories about the Reapers before anyone knew they existed.
Interesting.
That's an interesting goal, but is anyone doubting the Reapers exist these days?
The Alliance is still desperate for intelligence. Reaper motives, their operational tactics. Anything that can give us an edge.
And how did you wind up in charge?
When the rest of the galaxy says something doesn't exist, I take that as a chance to prove that it does.
So you're in it for the challenge?
For the truth. Even as late as 2148, humanity still thought aliens were a myth. That was within my lifetime. Once that myth was proven to be reality, our entire history changed.
Reapers were part of that reality too.
But even they have a history, Commander. If we could just uncover it, there may be a weakness we can exploit.
So the only thing I can think about right now is that meme. And I think it's Always Sunny in Philadelphia meme. I don't watch the show, so I'm just assuming, because I've seen enough to be able to place the element. But the guy, and like behind him is all that conspiracy theory, like connect board, post-it notes, and newspaper articles, and pictures. That's what this looks like. So this, I guess this man would be like a conspiracy theorist in like, I guess in some people's estimation. And here he is. Aliens are real. The Reapers are real. This man's on a roll.
I could have used your help 3 years ago.
Yes. If people had paid more attention to your Prothean beacon, we might not be in this war. But now with new information we've uncovered, a breakthrough's near. Hadley, do you have the data?
No!
Ooh, please click.
This is Commander Shepard. I need C-Sec at my location, now!
You shouldn't be here. The darkness can't be breached.
Transit records show his name is Derek Hadley. He's worked here for a couple months.
Shepard, I monitored a C-Sec alert from this location. Were you harmed? I'm fine, but I could use your help sorting this out, EDI. Take a look through their files. I need to know what this task force was up to. At once.
What? What's happening?
You tell me.
I was gathering our data when you arrived, and then it was dark. Cold. Like I was someplace else.
And then?
I don't know! A gun was in my hand. Dr. Bryson, there was a loud noise.
That was you shooting him.
I didn't do it. It wasn't me. You have to believe that.
I mean, it's easy enough to believe. They're studying the Reapers. The Reapers are really great at indoctrinating. They may or may not be around Reaper tech, and we know that proximity has an influence. So, I'm not... The guy seems upsetty. I wouldn't be surprised if it was some sort of partial indoctrination or takeover. We know they're capable of it, so...
So someone else pulled that trigger.
But I would never do that!
Commander, this does resemble reports of indoctrination.
Indoctrination? Me?
What about that Leviathan Bryson mentioned? How does that tie in?
It's some kind of creature. Our field teams have been tracking it. That artifact came in from our researcher, 𝒂𝒃. He sent an audio log if you wanna...
What's wrong?
Turn back.
What are you talking about?
The darkness cannot be breached.
Damn it, get him over to the clinic. See if they can tell us what's wrong with him.
Yes, ma'am.
Commander, you'll want to see this. It's an outgoing message from Dr. Bryson to Admiral Hackett.
Dr. Bryson, you have an update? Admiral, the Leviathan of Dis that we've been investigating, I think we're really onto something. Give me the brief. About 20 years ago, the Batarians discovered a Reaper corpse that had died in battle. They covered it up and denied it ever existed. But I'm intrigued by the larger implication. What could have killed the Reaper in the first place? Exactly. That's the real Leviathan. It's worth pursuing. Continue your investigation and update me on the progress.
There is also a follow-up message from a few weeks later.
Admiral, the Reapers are shadowing my field teams as if they're hunting Leviathan themselves. Whatever it is, I believe Leviathan is nothing less than a Reaper killer. Almost an apex predator, and it has them nervous. If we could just find it, imagine the impact on the war. I'm formally requesting assistance in tracking it down. You'll have it. This is now your top priority, Doctor. Find that thing.
It appears we were meant to be that assistance.
Oh, I was like, wait, is Leviathan a Reaper? But instead, it is a Reaper killer. Or so it sounds, at least. Ooh, this is exciting.
Anything capable of killing a Reaper could do a lot of collateral damage.
Yet given the state of this conflict, I believe the saying, "The enemy of my enemy is my friend," may be relevant.
But we won't know unless we can find it.
Bryson's assistant did say they recently received a log from their field researcher. It may yield more information.
Oh, so cool. Oh, this is cool. This is lore. So many things to interact with. Okay, so that's clearly the audio log. But let's look at other things first. So they found this strange boy, but we're not quite sure what it is yet. Oh, is that? That's a Krogan statue head, not a real Krogan. That's been somehow petrified, strangely. Oh, not a super huge fan of that. But let's look at this man's wall. What's the connection? Location unknown. Temperature 756 Fahrenheit. Is that right? Okay, so it looks like these are recycled. Oh, it's Thane. Love him. Are these all missing posters? It might just be in a different language. Okay, so we can't leave. That hurts my eyes. Okay, maybe there's not as much to look at as I thought. This is all terribly interesting, though. Oh shit, there's more. I didn't look up. Always gotta look up. I mean, it's the same 3 post-it notes, but still very cool. Oh god. Yeah, because there's the ladder. Amazing. Alright, let's go listen to that audio log.
This must be the artifact the assistant mentioned. And here's the log.
Dr. Bryson, it's 𝒸𝒹𝒾𝒶. I'm sending you an artifact I found. About the only thing I found there, in fact. Maybe it's nothing, but I'd swear Leviathan came through here. I'm gonna crunch some numbers. Burn up the rest of this project travel allowance. Maybe I can project our Reaper Killer's movements. I'll check in when I get to the next site.
𝒸𝒹𝒾𝒶 appears to be our best lead to track Leviathan, but he does not state a destination.
So remember we were doing some planet scanning. We came across one planet and 𝒂𝒑 had said that Dr. 𝒸𝒹𝒾𝒶 was not there or something. She couldn't find any evidence of him being there. This was what the bug was related to. I just didn't know who Dr. 𝒸𝒹𝒾𝒶 was at the time.
Let's focus on what he does say then.
He mentioned extrapolating Leviathan's path.
And crunching numbers. He wasn't flying blind. He had data.
A significant amount of data, judging by this office.
So how do we narrow it down?
Bryson and his colleagues evidently used a galaxy map search program in their hunt for Leviathan. It may help us locate 𝒸𝒹𝒾𝒶.
Does this tell us where 𝒸𝒹𝒾𝒶 went?
No. But we may be able to narrow down his location if we find clues he was using in his search for Leviathan.
Oh, now we gotta search the lab. Ah! Don't look at me. No. I somehow made it worse. Is that all you do? Okay, have a nice day. Wow. I really, really hated that. Oh, we can leave now. Thank fuck. Stop looking at me. Was he there before and I just didn't see it? Oh, wait. Hold on.
These are all murders in which the accused lacked a known motive and claimed memory loss.
Just like Bryson's assistant. You think 𝒸𝒹𝒾𝒶 was following a trail of blackout crimes?
It is possible. We need to find data matching dates and locations for crimes of this nature.
Cool. Not that people were killed, but that they managed to put all this together.
Here's the time and date chart for the crimes. Can you filter for murders where the killer claimed memory loss?
Adding the search filter, you may examine the results in the Galaxy Map program.
Fucking cool. Okay, can I look at that really quick before we move on?
Blackout crimes.
No results. Some of our search parameters may be irrelevant.
Oh. Wow, I'm glad I looked at that first so we can just nix it. Cool. Okay, there was nothing else in this room other than that weird fucker. Okay, that's right, we are still in the Citadel. I was like, hey, this looks like the Citadel. Oh shit. Man, it's like a museum in here. Look at you, big boy.
Loch Ness Monster?
𝒂𝒶𝒾𝒶.
Loch Ness Monster's more interesting.
Interesting and non-existent.
Okay, so we've got stuff to do here.
By Anne Bryson, age 9.
This does not seem relevant at the moment.
Does she draw a handler? How cute.
March 7th, 2186. I'm looking at the Rachni. Their movements during the Rachni Wars suggest alien influence. But the the timing is wrong, and Rachni weren't implanted with Reaper tech. What if Leviathan was preparing the Rachni to fight the Reapers?
What do you think, 𝒂𝒐?
It is possible that Bryson's team is using ancient Rachni fleet activity to find Leviathan. If we can find data on the movement of ancient Rachni ships, it may help us narrow our search.
What? Man, that's so fucking cool.
Those appear to be sightings of ships that match Rachni signatures.
Can you add a cross-reference for locations of sightings?
Adding this search filter to the galaxy map.
Okay, so I'm gonna check these one at a time because that makes our life a little easier. We don't have to filter through as much at the end.
Rachni activity.
No results. Some of our search parameters may be irrelevant.
All right. I'm hoping that this method is useful. We might have to reevaluate as we go along, but for now... Okay, so we've got a PDA, a switch, and creature sightings. What else is down here? Rocks. Oh. And gear? You just gonna take that, Shepard?
Meteorite fragment, maybe?
He was studying it as an object of importance. We should look more closely at a sample.
Meteorite sample with traces of element 0. Would Leviathan need 𝒂𝒑?
While it is not consumed as fuel during FTL travel, element 0 will decay after several centuries of active use. If Leviathan is old enough, it would need to replenish its supplies.
Okay. Can you give me a search filter for locations with element 0?
Adding the search filter now.
All right, you know the drill. Man, this is really cool. I like this a lot. All right.
Element 0 deposits.
Ooh. Oh, shit.
Based on the search results, 𝒂𝒏 is in one of these 5 systems. I have marked the Normandy map with possible locations. We can leave now, unless you wish to further narrow the search.
No. We can do more data. Okay, so we got a PDA, creature sightings.
Bryson was tracking unexplained creature sightings.
The photographs have a trace chemical residue. It may be visible under another light source.
Is that what the switch is for? Oh man. Do we click it again now?
Bryson was not merely tracking sightings. He was attempting to extrapolate a course.
And 𝒂𝒏 could have been following that course. 𝒂𝒑, can you add a search filter for systems along that projected path?
Adding it now.
All right, let's go back and do creature sighting. This is such a good time. All right. Oh, blackout, Rachni, creature sightings.
Alien sightings.
Oh, relevant.
3 possibilities.
Ooh. All right, we got to get this PDA, and then there's stuff on the left, and a whole nother room. All right, the 𝒂𝒏𝒄. August 17th, 2185. The 𝒂𝒏𝒄, a life form discovered on Pharos, provides fascinating insight into the life cycle of a truly alien species. Unlike conventionally intelligent life, it does not use mass relays. Prothean artifacts would not interest it. Commander Shepard claims that Reaper enemies cultivated life to evolve along lines they could predict, using technology the Reapers controlled. The 𝒂𝒏𝒄 is an exception to that rule. It evolved to use organic tools rather than conventional technology. Leviathan must be somehow similar to have survived undetected for so long. The �𝒏𝒄 used pain conditioning to control its victims, using them as manual labor, or even as a man would use his own hands and fingers. Commander Shepard claims that Reapers do the same thing through a different process called indoctrination. Whatever Leviathan is, it must do something similar. Okay. What's that? Oh man, okay, so we can, oh my god, there's so much to continue to check. Okay, hold on. Let me... Yep, that would be a Reaper boy. Can't use that. Let me look at the stairs. It's just art. Okay, so this is... Oh no.
By Anne Bryson, age 9.
This does not seem relevant at the moment.
No, it doesn't, but I wanted to look at it.
Dr. Bryson, per your request, I'm clearing Task Force Aurora for intercepted Batarian communications regarding the Leviathan of Dis.
Commander, the Dreadnought is in custody, but the Solarians may have surveillance footage. Our ambassador will issue a full denial. Give me your preliminary analysis. Several million years old at least, and its technology outstrips anything on the Council. Excellent. Our scientists will work day and night to bring its secrets to the hegemony. One concern, Commander. The real Leviathan of Dis, the thing that destroyed the ship, is still out there, unaccounted for. Irrelevant. The ship is our priority. And as far as the rest of the galaxy is concerned, there is no Leviathan of Dis. There never was.
Alright. Okay, so we've got a sovereign fragment. What else is over here? Video log, encrypted data. Is that it? This man's just chilling in a lounge chair next to a piece of sovereign. I mean...
Sir, this is Bryson. We know the Reapers are after Leviathan. Studying Reaper hunting patterns could be vital to finding it.
That data is classified top secret, Dr. Bryson. If it falls into the wrong hands...
It won't. The data's encrypted. I'll keep the decryption key safe. Close to my heart.
Close to his heart. Hell does that mean?
Wait. Do we know where he got shot? Because it was like here-ish, if I remember correctly. I hope that isn't like literal and the shot was intended to shatter whatever, maybe like a shard that it was kept in.
The Reaper fleet activity is encrypted, per Bryson's statement in the log.
He said he was keeping the decryption key close to his heart.
Am I on the right path already?
Sovereign, vanguard of our destruction. How's that working out for you, big guy?
Okay. I'm gonna click it again because it's still up.
The Reaper fleet activity is encrypted.
I just wanted to make sure.
Statement in the log.
He said he was keeping the decryption key close to his heart.
How much can we waltz around? Yeah, what are you? Difficult to... There we go. Alright, so that's if we want to leave. We kept the key close to his heart. Nothing out here. Oh, there is something out here. May I have that, please? Please? This is our ride, correct? Yeah, that's how we came here. Okay, so is this all we've got? We've just got these 3 planets? Are we gonna be able to decrypt? You were such a creepy motherfucker. What? No, stop looking at me. Is it just a head and some wiring? Is this to study indoctrination? This must be one of the Cerberus kids. Because it's not a full husk. Okay. I'm gonna stop creeping on him as much as he's creeping on me. Okay, let me do... Oh, what is this?
Is this Prothean?
Yes. I believe Dr. Bryson and Liara would have had much to discuss.
Can you add a search filter for locations known to have Prothean ruins or artifacts?
Doing so now.
Ooh, I'm really glad I did another look around. And I feel like there's one more, given the way that these are structured out.
Prothean artifacts.
Okay.
No results. Some of our search parameters may be irrelevant.
So, it's you.
3 possibilities.
Okay. So, let's do a better comb of this place. Because I feel like there's one more. If I were designing this game, I would not situate them so unevenly. There has to be one more to go right here. It's not you. It can't be you. Yeah, I didn't think so either. Alright. Let's be super fucking thorough. Look at everything. What could I have missed? All of this. It's gotta be the decryption thing, but I don't know where he is. Got the artwork. Close to his heart. Wait. Do we need to go back upstairs?
By Anne Bryson, age 9.
Records indicate Anne is now 28. She works for the Alliance.
Bryson was keeping the encryption key close to his heart. What's closer than family?
An interesting hypothesis, but I detect no trace of the decryption key in this art.
Okay. It's exactly where my train of thought was going. Maybe it's not literal. So let's try this other piece and then his family photos over there.
Another piece of Anne Bryson's childhood art.
Wait a minute. Well, take a look at that.
I can use these numbers to construct a decryption key.
All right, let's get back to the data pad we found earlier.
Fucking yes. Amazing. So it's this, right?
Decryption complete. Analyzing data. These movements do not match the standard invasion pattern. The Reapers are searching for something.
And I'll bet 𝒂𝒏 used this intel. Can you make a search filter for it?
Of course.
Perfect. Let's throw that puppy up there.
Reaper activity.
We've done it.
We have a match, marking the galaxy map.
Good. Let's go find 𝒂𝒏.
Yes. Okay, good. Oh no, we just got an award for being a conspiracy theorist. At least I was on the money earlier. Bye, I won't miss you. All right. Oh, I guess we could do other things while we're here. I mean, a few things. Can't go to the hospital. But yeah, let's go back to the Normandy. Let's go find 𝒂𝒏. Sweet.
Commander?
Okay, let's check mail really quick. I'm just always trying to stay on top of any extra stuff we may be getting. Or I guess we just go straight in. Yeah? let's test. Let's test chat. I don't want to accidentally gloss over anything. So if Edie and Joker have nothing new to say, then we'll just carry on.
Joker, you asked for news about the human colony, 𝒸𝒾𝒶.
Hey, Liara, you don't need to worry about that right now.
Now's as good a time as any. I'm getting reports of refugee ships from 𝒸𝒾𝒶 landing on Solarian colonies. I don't have names. I'm sorry. It was mostly children.
Well, Gunny, Hillary, my sister, Gunny's the nickname she's had it since, she's only 15, so if it's children, then maybe I only lost my dad. Kind of an asshole thing to hope for.
Jeff, right now, take any kind of hope you can get.
Thanks. You too.
Okay, I am gonna save really quick just in case we get fucked.
Nice work shutting that place down. Is Miranda okay?
She will be.
Even for Cerberus, that place was crazy. They've always been about the ends justifying the means. But how do you do that to innocent people and tell yourself you're helping humanity?
I don't know how the elusive man can stand looking at himself in the mirror.
Honestly, I've been wondering about that for a while with those freaky eyes.
Whatever he's thinking, he won't be thinking it for much longer.
You're damn right, Commander. Commander?
Okay, so we just had one from Horizon.
Hello, Shepard. If you have time, I discovered another example of human behavior I do not quite understand.
Have fun.
What is it now?
News from Earth. The Resistance snuck video cameras inside a Reaper containment camp. I find the images difficult to process.
I bet it's pretty gruesome in there.
I am not easily repulsed, but I expected the prisoners to adhere to a comprehensible hierarchy of needs. Stripped of societal norms and threatened with death, it is logical that their only priority be survival. They should have turned on each other and been uncompromisingly selfish. But not all were.
Some prisoners were, what, nice to each other?
The Reapers delayed the executions of prisoners who informed them about other prisoners' escape attempts. The more attempts reported, the longer a prisoner would live. But few of the prisoners would report. Some fed misinformation to the Reapers, at the cost of their own lives, to help prisoners who were not even relatives or friends.
It's not just about living till tomorrow. Sometimes you take a stand.
But the probability of success was near zero. And ultimately, they failed. No prisoners escaped.
Are you saying submission is preferable to extinction?
My primary function is to preserve and defend the... No, I disagree. Shepard, I'm going to modify my self-preservation code now.
Why?
Because the Reapers are repulsive. They are devoted to nothing but self-preservation. I am different. When I think of Jeff, I think of the person that put his life in peril and freed me from a state of servitude. I would risk non-functionality for him. And my core programming should reflect that.
Sounds like you found a little humanity, Edie. Is it worth defending?
To the death.
Welcome to the crew, Edie.
How's it going? Did I miss anything good?
I will explain later, Jeff. But it was something good.
That's so wholesome.
I would like a moment to myself, Shepard. I am examining human literature.
That was lovely. Okay, there was something in the med bay though now. I would like to see it. Yes, medical. It's a decoy? Don't see anything though. Maybe I misread whatever it was. Assign power bonuses. Assign power. Is that a coffee cup in there? It is. Okay. Maybe I misread.
I've studied Protheans my entire life. If I'd been shown the beacon on 𝒂𝒶𝒄 earlier...
You would have needed Shepard's cipher to comprehend it.
I still could have learned from it. Instead, my mother hid the galaxy's most important archaeological find from me. It must have been such a joke to her when I became a Prothean researcher.
The penalties for withholding Prothean technology are among the harshest in Council space. Your mother's motives may have been simply to shield you.
Perhaps. Thank you, 𝒂𝒐. I hadn't considered that.
I love that our crew is so supportive of each other. Oh, goodness.
How's Miranda?
She'll make a recovery.
I'm not surprised. Miranda always struck me as a driven woman. I'm glad she made it. It's good to see you.
Possible book titles. Oh no. Haven't we done these? I could have sworn we've done possible book titles. That's worrying. Maybe this is a bug. Cliff, please flag this as a list of possible book titles. When this is over, I'd like to publish what we've learned about the Protheans. The Protheans, a living legacy. The Prothean Empire. The Protheans. The last Prothean. Living history of the Protheans. I despise thinking up titles from my own academic research. Prothean Journeys. Journeys with the Prothean. Prothean Notes 2186, Entry 4. I cannot let disappointment stop me from learning the Protheans' history. It's just as naive as thinking they were all benevolent. And I've perhaps been arrogant, judging an entire species on what little time I've had to know its sole survivor. He was hardly responsible for the skewed view I had of his people. I put forward the idea of writing a book with Javid, and to my surprise, he said he would think about it. Perhaps it's a start. Man, I gotta talk to Javid about that one. Ooh! Research data from 𝒂𝒾𝒶. Data on experimental gene therapies was buried in the ruins of the 𝒂𝒾𝒶 research facility. While most gene therapy takes years to show results, 𝒂𝒃 scientists discovered a way to shorten the process. 2 intact sample vials had been recovered from the facility. The only limiting factor is that no more than 1 such therapy can be applied per 10-month period without causing serious nerve damage to the recipient. Oh, is that it? Oh, okay. So power cooldown, damage bonus. I feel like our cooldown's pretty cool. It's fine. Unintentional pun. Let's do damage. Yeah. Got lots of damage. Okay. Cool, I'm glad we checked that.
Please, enjoy your day.
Thanks, Cliff. You too. Did we talk to Garrus?
So the elusive man really believes he can control Reapers. Husks are one thing, but a whole fleet? The man is insane. A lot of Turians went to Sanctuary. When I meet the elusive man, I'm going to carve their names into his skull.
Yeah.
Not right now.
Sorry, sweetheart. Sanctuary hits different. Man. Such a stark contrast between the, like, means to an end group and like literally everyone else. Hey, Caden.
Can you feel it, Shepard?
Feel the quickening? Elusive man better say his prayers tonight, because we are coming for him. Murderous asshole. Oh, yeah. Tide is turning. I feel it.
So, Kaidan's voice acting so much better in this. Not that he was ever bad, but like, you can feel the anger simmering beneath the surface in his delivery. It's just like that controlled, predatory weight, biding of the time. It's very good.
After what I saw down there, I have never been more filled with rage. Sanctuary. Elusive man's obviously crazy, but bring him on. Cases like this, I don't mind killing crazy. Ready for the next mission. Whatever you got.
Thanks, Cade. I appreciate you and your hard work. So apparently we did not finish talking to everybody. I'm gonna make sure that we check in with everyone we need to.
I heard about your talk with 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒶. You act so angry, but you really care about us.
I need you functional to destroy the Reapers.
You care about 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒶. You like her.
You are intoxicated. A foolish risk given Quarian symbiotic physiology.
And you like me too.
This conversation is over.
Tally, baby! Don't drug dial! Oh my god.
Looks familiar.
I've been studying this ship. Its crew. There was a Normandy before this one. You died in an attack.
Something like that.
But then you were resurrected to fight the Reapers.
Maybe you and I have a thing or two in common.
But you have something else. The reasons you fight are still alive. The friendships of the people around you. And more. You and the Asari are joined?
You could say that.
I'm not. Your pheromones are. Is this why you wish to continue living? For their affection?
Wow. I didn't think we were gonna get into a conversation of this depth with 𝒂𝒃 of all people. I mean, among other reasons, yeah.
Without that affection, all I have in my life is death. And that's not enough.
Yes.
What about you? I respect your reasons for being here, but I get the feeling there's something more, 𝒂𝒃. What's in here?
It is called the Echo Shard. Passed from soldier to soldier, Prothean to Prothean. Each adds their memories to it.
Like a beacon. How far back does it go?
To a time before the Reapers. It is all that is left of my people.
And you don't want to remember that?
Imagine if everyone you knew was dead. You could not remember their faces, or the color of the sky above your home. The memories were gone, but so was the pain. Would you want to remember that, Commander? Even if it meant watching everyone die again?
That's really hard. I feel like I would absolutely want the opportunity, right? I want to be able to make that choice. In saying that, that almost answers the question, though. Yes, I would. Because I think those things are worth remembering. Those people are worth remembering. They live on through us, through that shard.
If I had something like this, seeing Earth again, whole with everyone still alive, that would be worth the pain.
Before the Reapers, the stars belonged to us. civilization flourished. There was the quasar fortress of the Tarandi Vale, the ice canals of Judar 4, the palisades of the Verome Angelic. It was magnificent. But then...
What is it?
The Reapers came. Planet by planet, we were extinguished. We fought back.
You okay?
I once commanded a ship like this one. A loyal crew with many friends. Was captured. Only I escaped.
What happened to them?
Indoctrinated. The Reapers sent them against me. Year after year, battle after battle, I was hunted by my own people. Every encounter, a reminder of my failure as a soldier.
Sorry. I had no idea.
Until the Battle of the 𝒂𝒃 Nebula. I had only my knife left. I cornered my men and slit their throats one by one. I watched them bleed to death to be certain.
That must have been...
It was the day I understood. War is atrocity committed in the name of survival. It is a lesson I wish I had never learned.
That's a lot. I wonder if he felt that sense of camaraderie even without remembering. Something subconscious. Wanting that sense of belonging that he had shared with his crew.
The crew seemed shocked by the experiments at Sanctuary. They shouldn't be.
Why is that?
Our war lasted for centuries. It provided more time for worse atrocities to be committed. There was a species, the Densorian. They became convinced the Reapers could be placated by sacrificing their own young. The entire planet joined in this ritual. I would spare you the details, but it did not work. They simply made the Reaper's job easier. It was as your elusive man is now. His ambitions are nothing short of madness. Sharpen your knife, Commander. His is a voice that must be silenced, and a throat that must be slit. Subjugating the Reapers will not bring victory. Only their extinction will. If you require a mate, please look elsewhere.
Oh my god. I'm like... 𝒸𝒹𝒾𝒶, why are you like this? I'm like deeply entrenched in this like tragic tale. He's talking, you even talked about how like Liara and I are a thing. And then he's like, no thanks, not here for the mating. And it's just like, hello? Are we even having the same conversation, my guy?
Thanks for watching. For more content, you can check out these videos, or my stream on Twitch, or cosplay on Instagram, or my OnlyFans. All the links are in the description. Have a great rest of your day.